respected Dr. S.J. Singh, the chief guest of the day, Dr. B.K. Dixit, my friend, Professor J.K. Mishra, Dr. B.R. Sinha, Dr. B.K. Singh, Dr. Gautam Singh, Dr. B.K. Gupta. Today, I know that it is getting late and I will not stand. I promise you that I will not stand long for between the dealer and you. I mean, just highlighting the various issues, various newer developments only. I will not be going to talk the tuberculosis in general. The newer developments in the tuberculosis in the last 1 decade. Friends, you know that in spite of the so much knowledge we have gathered, as on today, the 90 lakhs people are developing tuberculosis in a year. And this is what is the situation. And 1,000 people are dying because of the tuberculosis, in spite of so much knowledge has been. Any discussion on tuberculosis will not be complete if we don't remember this great man, the Robert Koch. He has discovered the Mycobacterium tuberculosis, the causative organism of the disease, on 24th March 1882. What was the beauty? That while presenting the discovery of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis in one of the meeting of the Physiological Society in the Berlin city, he said that now we know the causative organism of the disease and we shall be able to eliminate it by the end of this century. But he was talking the 18th century. But unfortunately, and even after 150 years are almost 150 years are over. And as on today, the tuberculosis remains one of the major problems not only for the developing or underdeveloped country, but it is for because the transportation is so fast, none country remains free from the tuberculosis. Can think for whether they are developed countries. This is what is exact the publication, which is after 10-15 days on the April 10th, after discovering the 24th, delivering the lecture. This was the first publication of the discovery of the Mycobacterium tuberculosis. Friends, I already said that I will be touching on the recent advances only. And while talking on the subject, I will be devoting some time on the drug resistance. And in a drug resistance, I will be limiting myself to only to the newer drug developments. About the new drugs and drug regimens, I will just touch upon the diagnostics and rapid diagnostic method of the tuberculosis. And a minute I will be talking on the preventive aspect of the tuberculosis, which is still grossly underdeveloped. Our aim, the aim of the Robert Koch was to eliminate the tuberculosis in 1882, and the same is our aim to eliminate, but we are still far from the elimination of the tuberculosis. What we should do, that we should be able to eliminate the tuberculosis disease. What we can do? We can make an early diagnosis and give the accurate treatment to the patient. If possible, a safe and effective vaccine may help to the patients for prevention. And as far the treatment of acute TB is concerned, what we can do, what recent advances can help is to detect more effective drugs. So far we are having whatever the drugs, we can make an early diagnosis, the rapid diagnostic test, and we can discover shorter, simpler drug regimen. Friends, you have seen that the tuberculosis was 2 years, treatment of tuberculosis was 2 years. Professor S.J. Singh, I also know during my time when I was a student, medical student, the treatment of tuberculosis is about 18 months to 2 years. With the introduction of the rifampicin, the last drug discovered more than 40 years ago, the treatment duration decreased from 2 years to the 6-month time. Now all efforts are towards the decrease in the duration of the treatment from lesser than 6 months. And recent advances are focusing there. This is one aspect. The another aspect is the multi-drug resistant tuberculosis and the XDR tuberculosis, the extensively drug resistant tuberculosis and the TDR so-called, the totally drug resistant, creating the havoc for the problem of tuberculosis. And duration of the treatment, the least duration of the MDR tuberculosis which we are having successfully being treated is a 2 years time. So efforts are on to reduce that duration also. So let us start with what is the recent development in drug discovery or treatment of the tuberculosis. And these are the new drugs. The bedaquiline is the recent development after the 40 years. This is one of the promising drugs we are having. We have developed, yet to come to our country. It is already trials are on. The trials for this drug is in the patient of the XDR and the MDR tuberculosis are on in our country. This is new drug and approved by the US FDA, the biggest policeman of the world. They have approved means it is something good with the drug as far as the tuberculosis is concerned. And this is, they said, and WHO is also approved this drug, and they said that this drug should be reserved, though it is effective on drug sensitive and drug resistant bacilli both. But they said this drug to be utilized only for specific purposes, the drug resistant bacilli. This drug is available in a dosage of 100 milligram, and it is being marketed in the Western countries and especially the USA with the name of CD-Toro. It decreases the energy production of mycobacterial tuberculosis by inhibiting the ATPase synthesis. It inhibits the growth of the actively replicating, actively metabolic bacteria as well as the non-replicating bacteria. And this is something very important quality of the drug. The bacteria which are not active, because active bacteria is being very easily killed by the INH, one of the very important drugs. What is the beauty of the rifampicin? That it is effective not only on the actively growing bacteria but also on the bacteria which are lying in a caseous material not replicating. And this is another drug having the efficacy very similar to that of the rifampicin is with us. There is no cross resistance, known cross resistance with the ethambutol and other anti-TB drug. But WHO is very cautious. They say it should be used only when effective treatment regimens cannot be otherwise provided or cannot be given because of the development of the drug resistance. What is the regimen? They say it is 40 milligram for first 2 weeks, followed by the 200 milligram 3 times in a week for 22 weeks. This is just a 6-month regimen, 24-week regimen. And they say it is very effective. It is effective not only on the sensitive bacilli, they are trying to discover that I will be talking subsequently, the 6-month regimen for the MDR and XDR. Delanavide, another very important drug, having the similar type of the efficacy, approved by the, not by the US FDA, but the European Union, already used into the for the patient use, and again one of the very important drugs to be used for treatment of MDR. There are another drug on the horizon. These are the drugs, the sutrajolite, the another linezolid derivative, linezolid analog, SQ109, and the PA824, pretomate. And this drug is again considered to be wonder drug. This is still in phase 3 trials, but considered to be one of the wonders. It can create, and they say that there are some scientists, they say that this can decrease the duration of the tuberculosis from 6 months of time to the 10 to 15 days time. But it is very early to say, very, very early. And this is something I am speaking just for his saying sake, because unless to speak such thing on a scientific forum may not be advisable till it is proved. The linezolid has already proven its efficacy in the treatment of tuberculosis, but sutezolid, the another derivative of the another analog of the linezolid, is found to be having the better efficacy than that of the linezolid, both in vitro in the mouse model of the tuberculosis. A better time-dependent killing of the bacteria is there, and improved safety profile than that of the linezolid. We are already using the XDR tuberculosis in the patients. Another new discovery already in the market, a rifampicin and a piperine combination is already available both in the polycaps, kit packs and the capsules. This is one of the Indian innovation. What they are doing here, the lower dose of the rifampicin at the 200 milligram of instead of 400 milligram maintain the same efficacy. The addition of the piperine inhibits the metabolism and maintains the same level throughout the therapy. Thereby, what is the benefit here? A lower drug gives the same effect, thereby lower adverse effect and better tolerability and improved patient compliance. Now question comes, what are the newer regimens? Before going to the, so I just said that the current treatment regimen is the 6 months to the 24 months time in a 6 month in a drug sensitive patient, 24 months in a drug resistant patient. What we have already achieved is the 4 months regimens with the help of moxifloxacin, introduction of the moxifloxacin. Our vision is to reduce the dose of treatment of drug sensitive tuberculosis to the 10 days time. And this is what we are looking for. What is the objective of talking about the new drugs and new regimens? Just to aim the shortened duration of the treatment. And there are drugs combination, drug regimens which are having the 4 months duration. Moxifloxacin containing regimen are found to have. Moxifloxacin is one of the drugs which has been found to have similar efficacy as that of the INH. It is known that it can replace in a regimen the INH and or the ethambutol. And this is what is Remox trial. What they did, they took a 3 arm. One is the INH, rifampicin, paragenamide and moxifloxacin. Another is moxifloxacin, rifampicin, paragenamide and ethambutol, and another is a traditional regimen. And it was found that a 4 months therapy, the preliminary result, which are already this long trial of this 6 year, started in the 2008 and already finished in April 2014. The preliminary result, because it is still in the process of evaluation, the preliminary result indicate that with the moxifloxacin containing regimen, we can reduce the duration of the treatment to the 4 months, and moxifloxacin can replace INH or ethambutol in any drug regimen. And this is one of the very important discovery, that now we are having a drug in the form of moxifloxacin easily available, having the equivalent efficacy as that of the INH and the ethambutol. These are the another newer combination using the newer drugs, bedaquiline and moxifloxacin. And I already said another promising drug, which is in phase 3 trial, the PA824, which is said to be one of the wonder drug when it comes into the use, and paragenamide all these regimen in a treatment of in a MDR tuberculosis, aim is to reduce the duration of the MDR tuberculosis from 2 years time to the 6 month of time. It is to be seen whether they are going to be successful or not, whether WHO can approve their regimen, which they are talking that we can reduce the 6 month duration. Another trial with the two new drugs, PA824, I said, wonder drug, moxifloxacin and paragenamide. This trial, they say that having the equal efficacy in both drug sensitive and drug resistant bacilli. Equal efficacy means it can kill the drug resistant bacilli also within the reasonable time, 6 months of time. So if these trials are successful, if the WHO approve the new drug regimens, what is presently we are doing in a current treatment of MDR tuberculosis, patient is taking drugs almost 14,000 pills. The treatment lasts 18 to 24 months, and extremely expensive treatment thanks to the RNTCP program, which is now providing the free drug to even the multi-drug resistant tuberculosis patients. But this regimen, the new molecule which is in phase 3 trial, along with the moxifloxacin and paragenamide, can reduce the time of treatment of MDR tuberculosis to the 6 months, 360 doses, 4 to 6 months, very affordable. So these are the newer and recent advances as far the drug regimens and treatment is concerned. Again, the MDR tuberculosis and XDR tuberculosis, they say these regimens are having the equal efficacy in a drug sensitive, drug resistant, both MDR and XDR tuberculosis. And they are having the potential to shorten the treatment duration of XDR patient to the 6 month of time. But these are all in a process of research and development, yet to come to the patient use. It may take, and I know and I hope that in our lifetime we may be able to see this development may be helping to the patient. Because when we started our career, it was a 2 years treatment. When we saw, initially people were not ready to use this 6 month, the people were offering that 6 month duration is too small for the treatment of tuberculosis, but now it is a way of life. And similarly, the day it will 10 days treatment of the tuberculosis, it will be a great day in the history of especially those underdeveloped and developing countries where the tuberculosis still remains one of the big problems. Another issue, the diagnostic. A great development in the diagnostic of tuberculosis. Liquid culture, which is the old and traditional method, is still there. The new nuclear detection method, especially the PCR and methods, or the automated detection and MDR screening, especially the Gene Expert has created the new dimension in the treatment of tuberculosis, because we are getting the diagnosis of multi-drug resistant tuberculosis within 2 hours, within a day or two. They say it is 2 hours, but we are getting within a day or two. That this patient is suffering from MDR tuberculosis. Previously, we used to get this type of most of the time we rely on the history, and if we are sending the investigation, it might be taking any 2 to 3 months of time. The line probe assay, another method, and I am telling you, both the Gene Expert and line probe assay are very much available in our laboratory in Institute of Medical Sciences, free of cost to all the patients. Otherwise, the costing around anywhere around the 1,500 to 2,000 rupees. The Gene Expert, it is the first major breakthrough in a TB diagnostic since sputum smear microscopy. It is rapid, fully automated. You just put a drop of the sputum and you will get the result within the 2 hours of time. and that too a very sensitive and specific. Yield with a positive, sputum positive patient is anywhere 99 to 100% sensitive and specific. Its efficacy decreases. In a sputum negative patient, its efficacy further decreases for the diagnosis of extrapulmonary, especially the pleural effusion, the ascitic fluid. But for sputum positive patient, it is boon. The results come, I said already, very early. It is very helpful in a tuberculosis and HIV infections for that making the diagnosis of MDR suspect. Line probe assay, another one of the very important method, easily available at our place, can be performed on any specimen. You can give a biopsy of lymph node biopsy. You can give any biopsy material from the GI tract. It can be performed. Simultaneous detection of the mycobacterial tuberculosis. It gives first the diagnosis of tuberculosis and the rifampicin and INS resistance. It is also a line probe assay, is also rapid, having the similar efficacy and sensitivity and specificity as that of the gene expert. Now these are the three methods: the culture method, the sputum microscopy, and the line probe assay and the gene expert were approved by the WHO. There are large number of the other diagnostic methods are in the market. Let's have a minute to on those methods also for making the diagnosis of tuberculosis. Interferon gamma release assay, the popularly known as the TB Gold or T-spot TB test. This test is more accurate for making the diagnosis of infection, not the disease. Try to understand infection, its efficacy. It is a more accurate method, more accurate Mantoux test which you are doing. It has nothing to do the presence of the disease. Try to understand. It never indicates presence of disease. It indicates only presence of infection, which many of us are doing. The infection rate in our country is 50 to 60%. So friends, to be very careful making the diagnosis of tuberculosis and starting the treatment on the basis of TB Gold, because TB Gold is nothing but a better Mantoux test and not indicate presence or absence of tuberculosis disease. Serological test, though it is banned by the government of India, but still it is in practice. Approximate cost which is being borne by the patients is 825 million rupees per year. It is inaccurate, imprecise, say WHO, not recommended by any guidelines. And in July 2011, WHO issued a policy stating that the commercial serological tests provide inconsistent, imprecise result, following which banned by the government of India. Its import, which was previously from Italy, was again banned by the government of India. It is still being, this test is done and the treatment is being started, especially in extrapulmonary disease, which is not recommended in any case. Now question, another 2-3 minutes. Can we prevent the tuberculosis? Vaccine, very sorry type of the state of affairs for vaccine is concerned. The current BCG is the only available vaccine we are having as on today, which has already not proved to be very effective as far as the prevention of tuberculosis is concerned. There are vaccines which are in the pipeline, but very difficult to say whether they are able to prevent the tuberculosis or not. These are the two vaccines which are already in pipeline for the prevention of tuberculosis. So at the end, about the recent advances, despite all advances, TB still remains one of the major challenge. Rapid diagnostic of tuberculosis is possible because we are having gene expert, because we are having the line probe assay with us for making an early diagnosis. Newer drugs have potential to improve the outcome in MDR tuberculosis. For the treatment of drug-resistant, drug-sensitive tuberculosis, minimum 6-month treatment remains the gold standard. We hope, I already said that we hope that very soon it will be possible to reduce the duration of the treatment of drug-sensitive tuberculosis from 6-month time to the 4 months time, or lesser than 4 months. 10 days is one of the big day. 10 days is one of the big day. And treatment of MDR tuberculosis and XDR tuberculosis to the 6 month of time. With this, I thank for the patient hearing. Thank you very much.